Everybody, we're going to do a video. It's Friday, 30th of May, and it's been raining for the past few days. I've been plucking out the flowers as I can find them in my potatoes, keep them going, and I put them in here. And they end up recycle eventually in my recycle bin. So I think next time I'm going to put my strawberries in something bigger because they've blossomed. There's a bird. I've got some fruit starting to sprout from stuff. Yeah, I wanted to show you something. I think this is peppermint. I think. But it's growing with onions. So, add some more string to the beans. Definitely got some fruit sprouting. So last night, I just put the stick down, and already the vine started grasping it and holding on to it. That was pretty cool. So I learned it takes a few years for blueberry crops to prosper, so this is what I get. The bushy stuff there, that's carrots. And of course I got strawberries here. Look at this jungle here. It's beautiful, beautiful. Definitely climbing up the vines. The vines are climbing up the trellis. I added some more networks for them to grasp a hold of here. I want to get something from the middle up top, bring it down. Using those trampoline parts wasn't a bad idea because they're using it already, my plants. So they tell you to shake these tomatoes to spread the pollen. I've been doing that. And starting to get some, even though these fruit are small, I'm starting to get some hot peppers. But I want these things to be a lot larger. And next time when I do it, I will cultivate it indoors much earlier. That's my girlfriend there, who likes to get into everything. That's Luigi. So it's nice to see flowers on strawberries. These weeds just pop up. You can't even see them. Look, here's another one. Man, am I blind? Definitely a weed. We're not going to waste the soil. It's going to go into the compost bin. And so basically it's just part of my, now this is a different type of trampoline, but why waste the parts? So going to enjoy the 4th by staying inside. I'm not a big fan of fireworks. And just look at that. That's gonna all be stuff. Drawing a blank right now. Drawing a blank. It's been raining for a few days, so my bins are full. Water, backup water. I can tell you, I'd have to look what I put in there to grow, but it's a failure. This one's very slow too. But yet I still see these little plants here. Trying to come out. Right there. It's the stuff you put on pizza. Now that's got a big mushroom growing in it, so that's because of all the moisture. Oh well. So, this weekend, 4th of July, I have to work Monday from home, and then Tuesday I'm off, which is weird. So, of course I'll work. I'm working on my medical supplies. I had a couple of chests full of loose medical supplies that I want to organize into my mainstream and have a good solid packing list for it. I don't yet. I know it's in my aid bags, but we'll see. Got some strawberries popping out, and that's a nice big whopper of a plant over there. I'm gonna need to hit the gun range soon. There's a private gun range that I've let my membership lapse that I need to rejoin. It's just quieter, less riffraff from the state range, but the state range is free. Well, we pay for it with our taxes. Anyway, let's sit here and see how wet I'm gonna get. No, I won't get that wet. Excuse me. I took a caffeine pill. Look at this dog. She's just a wild animal. But I love her. I'm not a big dog guy. I like my little puppies. I don't care. That's the garden. I mean, considering a month and a half ago, there was really nothing here. And in a couple weeks, I'll start. Well, I've been harvesting strawberries. And I know the other stuff takes time. And I didn't know garlic takes 6, 7, 8 months to grow. This is only my 3rd year doing this garden. So, you definitely got to start making mistakes and learn. Like this and that. I gotta figure something else out. Goes over there. That's the neighborhood dog. It's a decent sized dog. Anyway, going back to my boomsticks. I like my bolt actions. I like my semi-automatics. But I'm not a shotgun guy. I never have been. I like my pistols, but I like my rifles better. Well, what's your favorite caliber, Patrick? Whatever I can get. 223, 308, 9mm. I like to plink with my 22 LR. 300 Win Mag, 30-06. I have 224 Valkyrie, which was a cartridge that never really took off, but it's a long-range cartridge you can shoot out of an AR. Profile, 223 profile. It uses a different barrel. Same lower, different upper. Not the barrel, I'm sorry. And it goes in the same magazine well. Different magazines. Of course, 50 cal is I love shooting my 50 cal. Haven't shot it in a while. It's very cosmic. I was reading a post yesterday about an issue about antibiotics, and the problem is if you don't know what the diagnosis is, it's sort of hard to prescribe. It's hit or miss if you're prescribing for a layperson to prescribe an antibiotic or take an antibiotic for an infection. I understand if SHTF happens, you're going to do what you have to do, but that's why you need to have someone on your team that's a medical person to prescribe or dispense the proper. Even when I prescribe an antibiotic, oh look, there's a squirrel about 150 meters out, I'd say. I couldn't shoot a squirrel from 150 meters right now, but I don't have anything on me. That's a good thing to. I have this nice big plot of land back here that just sits there and gets wasted, and people walk up and down it. And I don't. What I used to do back in the day with my night vision is I'd put something out before all these houses were built, and I'd see how far I could see it till the swimming pool's all the way to the end there. And I'd come back here and record it at night. But now, too many people. Well, I had one person watching and they left. My carrots have taken off this year, though. Yeah, I'm talking about carrots, medical supplies, and guns. And, well, to me, what's the use of talking about world events? I mean, I haven't even checked the news feeds, but is it UPS that's going to go on strike? No, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's UPS is the only one that delivers freedom seeds to people's houses. I know there's other companies that do, but if they go on strike, they go on strike. There's not a damn thing I can do about it. And, with the war in Ukraine and Russia, I have no control over that. All I can do is prepare my little homestead for anything that happens. So I'm talking about Russia, and boomsticks and freedom seeds, my little puppies, and gardening. I'm glad it rained. My dog's starting to go to the bathroom. I'm not going to put that on camera. It's disgraceful. So, I don't know. I guess today's Friday. I got to go into work. I like to come out and let the dogs out, enjoy the morning sun. Let them have their fun. Of course, they get all wet, but whatever. They're dogs. She's a little wild one, Mona Lisa. Luigi's definitely more of a gentleman. So would this garden sustain me for the winter? Sustain me and my family? No, it's not big enough. I mean, it's better than nothing. I like to grow up and utilize the space in the air, as you can see, with those trellises. And this is my first year using these trellises. I could definitely add more, you know, planting on those trellises and grow more things. I was worried about the wind because we do get a lot of the wind from the windy area, but it seemed to handle them just fine. I just don't want to go too high because the wind catches hold of something and it will knock everything else down. But that was a good investment. I made some bad choices before with stuff. So, and the birds like to pick on things and the dogs like to chase them. That would be a song. My next door neighbor over there, they got one garden or one tomato plant still in the original package you get from the store growing. I looked over the window. And that's the greatest thing, I guess. I don't know. That's the thing. Around here, a lot of my neighbors are not prepared-minded. And if they are, they're very secretive about it. I guess, this sounds cool. Oh, look, there's another squirrel. I guess if I wanted to seek out like-minded people, I could fly my drone around, look to see who has a garden, their backyard, and see if they're prepare-minded as well. Hey, I have a drone. It's an upper entry model drone, but it works. It's fun to fly around. Oh no, there's a rabbit too. I'm glad there's no rabbits in my yard. These two would tear it up. I mean, this was farmland, so you had all these animals that lived here before, and they're displaced now. What are we gonna do? And here she comes to save the day. I don't really care either way about Russia or Ukraine. It's not my, not my conflict. I don't know why we need to get involved, if you ask me. To what avail? There are two. One's an Eastern European country and one's former Soviet Union. I don't like communists and I don't like the Nazis. I don't like either of them. Well, why would I support either one of them? So, I don't know. So, that's it. I'm working on creating a Facebook group for the town that I live in. Create a prepper page exclusively for that. Hopefully I can meet some like-minded people. I'm still working on the questions that you have to ask to get into the group. But I just want people that live in this town, because if SHTF happens, I'm not going to be riding my bike 20, 30 miles to tribe with other like-minded people. It's got to be in the community. So that's how I'm going to establish that locally. I thought about, I have a group that's for Northwest Indiana, but I need to establish local tribe. Obviously, there's going to be some people in this subdivision, but in the town, there's got to be more like-minded people like me. Farmers. I mean, we do have a lot of farms here. Whatever you do, if you're like-minded, you believe in, if you consider yourself to be a prepper, it's what I want to do. But I don't want people that have an ego, argumentative, and what's the purpose of a mutual assistance group is just that, mutual assistance. And if comms are down, really, the communications that we have available as civilians are going to be limited to localities. So that's it. One thing I am doing though is I bought a police scanner, my first one that I've ever owned. It's a Uniden SDS 100, and it's one of the top-notch models of scanners. I mean, the technology is what it is, and you can enter a zip code, and you can set parameters up, and you can record what you're listening to. And I'm a novice at it at best, but I have been listening to what other people say on there, and it is interesting. I mean, why am I doing it? Because it's fun. And preppers are supposed to have police scanners, right? I guess. So I gotta use my do a video at night with the fire going. That'd be real pretty. The dog next door has a little girl. So I guess they're talking to each other. She's a nice puppy though. So they say master one sidearm or one rifle instead of being a novice of all. But I enjoy shooting all the different calibers. They all offer a different degree of satisfaction and relaxation. I don't drink. I mean, I'll have a glass of wine maybe twice, 3 times a year, white wine. But to me, going to the gun range or shooting is very relaxing. Oh, hi, sweetheart. Doing my video. You got shoes? Shoes? It's wet. You gotta wear shoes. Yeah, put shoes on if you want to come out. My daughter. She's up early. So my 9mm offers me something. My 223, 5.56, they both offer me something. And you know what pisses me off is what people consider a 223 to be a high caliber. I mean, it's a 22 round. It's not a high caliber. When the left and the media call it a high caliber assault rifle, it just shoots me to high heaven. It's not a high caliber, and it's not an assault. I mean, that little gardening tool could be an assault tool, gardening tool right there, if you wanted it to be. I shouldn't have bought the 224 Valkyrie. I have an upper for it. It's beautiful, but it's a niche round. It's meant for shooting long distance on paper. I guess, out to 800 yards, it may have some impact, but excuse me, past 1,000, it's going to lose its velocity. I don't care what anybody says. My 308, I refer them to 308 or 762 interchangeably. You can say what you want. I've hit 1,000 yards with it before, but I've had to dial my scope up so high that honestly, at 800, I'm satisfied with what it has to offer. My 300 Win Mag, that goes out past 1,000. My 22, I've shot at 200 yards before. I've dialed up the scope. 22 LR. That's about the furthest out I can get it with a scope. Now, without a scope, I couldn't see anything with that. Excuse me. Waiting for the thingamajigger. I took some caffeine pills this morning. I don't like to drink coffee, honestly. Waiting for it to kick in so I'm going to have a real busy day today at work. But, I also have a 30-06 that I inherited from my father. It shoots similar to a 300 Win Mag. The gun enthusiasts will tell you differently or whatever, but I don't want to get rid of the rifle. But it's not one of my main calibers. It's good to have on hand. So those are my my rounds. I just never got into shotguns. They're not my thing. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not a pistol guy. I think what calibers I own are 22 and 9mm. And I like my calibers to have, I can shoot different platforms with them, which I can with a 22 and a 9. I have a CZ Scorpion. Put your shoes on, sweetheart.
Why are you making a video?
Because I want to. It's morning and it's beautiful outside. So.
It's not.
And watch out because the doggies went poop. You do not want to step in it. Where is your shoes at?
I have no idea.
Well, you got to go find them.
What happened to my blue piece of chalk?
Spaceship, and it rained last night. It's okay. Oh well. Go get your shoes on. Oh, mommy's here. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up here. Everybody have a nice day now.